I think alone is not really there. Lo wakes up in what looks to be mental asylum at the end of the demo. We see Lo and Alone drawing pictures together in other trailers and using each other's tools, a bow, an arrow, and wrench to continue through obstacles. Notice how I mentioned Lo woke up in a mental asylum and not Alone. I think Lo's mental state is quote-unquote alone. These name choices had to have been for a reason. Little Nightmares 2 spoiler. Mono and Six had a similar relationship to these two. Mono saved Six from the hunter's grasp in the first chapter, and they kept on moving until Mono's older self was constantly chasing them, and it all ended with Six dropping Mono inside of the signal tower, leading him to repeat the same cycle again and again. So, in my mind, Little Nightmare 3's ending should have a shocking ending like the second game. The perfect ending would have Lo figuring out Alone was never there. I think the Mirror Man has been manipulating Lo into thinking someone else was there with him. The Mirror Man can manipulate people through illusions, tapping into their deepest fears and insecurities to create distorted perceptions and false realities, as shown by the humpback girl in the Little Nightmares comics. He uses mirrors to show idealized or terrifying reflections, effectively creating deceptive environments and influencing a person's belief that their illusions are real. Lo uses the mirrors often to somehow transport around the spiral. Maybe the more Lo enters the mirror, the more his mind grows stronger in loneliness. In the second Little Nightmares comic, the humpback girl shatters a music box brought by Six, much to the other children's shock. She reveals to the other children her past, that she and some friends entered an abandoned building filled with mirrors that could grant wishes to those who stared into them. The mirrors were in fact a trap used by the mirror monster to lure children within the reach of its tentacles and trap them within the mirror itself in order to evade capture. The humpback girl used herself as bait to lure out the monster. When it appeared, one of the other children that wished himself taller quickly shattered the mirror. This presumably killed the monster, but mysteriously left the girl horribly disfigured after staring at her own reflection through the shattered mirror pieces on the floor. After covering her with a cloak, the other two children left the humpback girl behind, promising to return with help, but never did. She was then found by the ferryman, who took her to the mall. This story shows the Mirror Man's true nature and his intentions with Lo. He's using Lo's lone life to create him a friend.